Hello, Forest Explorers. I am Mrs. Sapp. Today will be our last adventure together with our forest friends inside Helping Forest. I've had so much fun with you. So far, we've made predictions, discussed characters, settings, looked at problems and solutions, and so much more. Today, we will put everything together that we've learned and answer questions about our story, page by page. Our story for today is called Forest Friends Obstacle Course Adventure. Have you ever built something with your friends before? If you have, what items or materials did you need to put it together? Did everything go as planned, or were there problems along the way? Before we get started, let's review the characters from the Forest Friends series. Remember, a character is a person or animal in a story. Our forest friends are Sally Squirrel, Gina Giraffe, Robert Rabbit, Marvin Mouse, and Charlie Chipmunk. We sure have had lots of fun with these guys. Now, our stories are all fiction, meaning they're not real. It's make-believe. Animals can't really talk or make an obstacle course. But here is what our friends might look like if they were real. Wow, our characters sure look pretty cute and cuddly. Let's make a prediction by looking at the title and picture for our story today. What do you think will be part of the obstacle course? Remember, a prediction is a really good guess, and it's okay if your prediction doesn't come true. So what do you predict will be in the obstacle course? Stop, think, then answer. Now that we've reviewed our characters and made a prediction, let's start reading Forest Friends Obstacle Course Adventure. In Helping Forest, all bathed in light, Marvin, Sally, Gina, and Robert delight. They planned an obstacle course so grand, with math to guide them through the land. They planned for swings, slides, and beams to play some games of endless dreams. Did you predict any of those items for the obstacle course? It sounds like they want to make a balance beam, slide, and swings. How fun! I sure hope they get to create everything they want and have so much fun together. Now let's look at the setting of our story. The setting is where and when a story takes place. I have hand motions to help us with this. When I think of where they're at, I put my hand up over my eyes like I'm looking and searching. I want to look for clues, what I see, of where they might be. For the time, I'm going to look down at my wrist and pretend like I'm pointing to a watch. Because setting is where you're at and the time. Now, when we think of time, you don't want to just think about the time of day like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. You can think of the time of the year, like what season is it? Did our story happen in the past, the present, or the future? Let's look at the picture and see if we can tell the time and place for the setting of our story. I know that it's daytime because the sun is shining through the trees. If I had to guess a time of year, I'd say it's probably spring or summer. I don't see any snow on the ground or any leaves falling from the trees. However, I do see lots of plants, green grass, and animals. The text also does say forest. With all of these clues of looking around, I will say that the setting of our story is outside, during the day, most likely spring or summer, inside of a forest. What is the setting of where you are right now? Are you inside? Are you in your bedroom or living room? Take a look around and see. Let's keep reading. A balance beam was first in line, strong and steady, built just fine. 10 acorns long, said Gina Giraffe so tall. Sally Squirrel measured. It's short, that's all. 8 acorns now, but we need more. How many still to reach our score? Marvin Mouse marked upon some bark. 8 plus what? An unknown part. 2 more acorns, came the cheer. Now the beam was safe and clear. Let's discuss sequencing. Sequence is the order in which things happen. Usually when we sequence or put things in order, we use words like first, second, third, or first, next, and last. What obstacle course item did our friends work on first? Stop, think, then answer. That's right. First, they are working on the balance beam. Let's keep reading to see what happens second and third, or we could say next and last. Next, they started the hopscotch plan, designed to be a 7-leaf span. But counting twice, they found just 5. 2 more needed to arrive. Marvin Mouse sketched it, plain to see. 5 plus 2, yes, that makes 3. No, Sally Squirrel laughed. 7 is right. They fixed the count. It matched in sight. What obstacle course item was second or next? It was the hopscotch. So first was the balance beam. Next was hopscotch. Let's see what they built third or what came last. Last, the racetrack, long and wide. 10 units marked as a guide. The plan says start with 4, Marvin said with glee. Let's use a tape diagram to help us see. He took a log that was split in 2. 4 on one side. How many on the other will do? We need 6 more to make 10. They all agreed. The racetrack's length, exactly what we need. What obstacle course item was last? The third or last part of the obstacle course that they made was the racetrack. So first, they built the balance beam. Next was hopscotch. And last was the racetrack. Let's go ahead and finish our story. With every step, they made it fun, measuring beneath the sun, breaking problems part by part. Math and teamwork filled their hearts. The course was done, a grand hooray. Friends all gathered, set to play. They laughed and cheered and learned and ran. A perfect day, all built to plan. Looking back at the story, what was our problem and solution? A problem is something that is difficult to deal with, and a solution is how you fix that problem. Let's look at a quick example of a problem and solution together. Here we have a problem. It's raining, and the little girl is getting all cold and wet. The solution, or the way to fix that problem, would be to get an umbrella. And there's not always just one way to fix your problem. She could have gotten a rain jacket or gone inside. So a problem is something that's hard to deal with, or something that happens along the way that prevents you from solving your problem. And your solution is getting on the other end and fixing it. Stop, think, then answer. Do you remember the problem in our story? The problem is that our forest friends wanted to make an obstacle course, but they had trouble finding the right materials that were the right length and size. Now, what was the solution to our problem? How did our forest friends fix their problem? Stop, think, then answer. The solution is that our friends used measuring and breaking numbers apart to make sure items were the correct length. The next time you hear this story, Mrs. Fithian will be doing more measuring and counting with you to find missing parts. Wow, we just did a lot. We looked at our characters, setting, we put events in order, and discussed the problem and solution. Now let's have some fun with words. I bet you've noticed something about all of our stories so far. All of them rhyme. Rhyming words are words that sound the same and have the same ending sounds. For example, star, car, both rhyme, as well as small, ball. Let's go back in the text and find rhyming words. We will think of other words that rhyme with them as well. Let's get started. Marvin Mouse sketched it, plain to see. 5 plus 2, yes, that makes 3. Can you think of the words that rhyme? See and 3 rhyme. Now can you think of any other words that might rhyme with see and 3? Stop, think, and answer. Here are some words that rhyme with see and 3. We have key, tree, me, and bee. Did you come up with any other rhyming words? Let's find some more rhyming words in our story. In helping Forrest, all bathed in light. Marvin, Sally, Gina, and Robert's delight. Do you know which words rhyme in this one? The two rhyming words on this page are light and delight. Now it's your turn. Can you think of any words that rhyme with light and delight? Stop, think, then answer. Here are just a couple that rhyme with light and delight. We've got night, bright, kite, and sight. Let's keep going. 10 acorns long, said Gina Giraffe so tall. Sally Squirrel measured. It's short, that's all. Did you hear any rhyming words? Any words that kind of sounded the same and had the same ending? Say those words now. The two words that rhymed in our text, tall, all. Now let's see if we can think of any other words that rhyme with tall and all. Stop, think, answer. We have wall, ball, fall, and call. All of those rhyme with all and tall. Let's try one more together. The course was done, a grand hooray! Friends all gathered, set to play. What two words in our story rhyme? Which ones sound the same at the end? Did you say hooray and play? Hooray and play both end with A. Can you think of any words that rhyme with play and hooray? Stop, think, then answer. Way, hay, stay, and clay all rhyme with hooray and play. They have that A ending sound. Wow, I didn't know rhyming could be so much fun. I've had a blast with you today. I can't believe our time is over already. I'm Mrs. Sapp, and I hope you had as much fun as I did.